Alright, so I have my dad here. He's the one that taught me basically everything I know. He's going to help with the taping off the shark mouth. So we're going to go in and get started. Alright, so the reason we're doing this is I wanted to give a tribute to our family and all of you veterans and people who are currently still active duty in the military. This is kind of like a little expression of our gratitude, and he can explain because we have family in the military.
It's actually my grandpa was in the Navy. Then I do have my dad. He was a 82nd Airborne Ranger. My stepdad, United States Marine Corps. And also I have an uncle who was in the Army as well. So I mean, we have a lot of family members spread out that are been in the military. We actually have in our bloodline, I do have a couple more relatives that are in the Air Force and another one in the Marines. But that's something that we really feel strong for, is they fight for this freedom that we can do what we do here.
Yep.
The freedom that we can sit here and support more motorsports than James D. Guy is because they give their lives, not just over there, but in their own family life here. And this is just a tribute of saying, hey, look, we care, we remember, and everybody will remember if we have to do it any way we can.
And it kind of gives us a way to express it. I mean, this vehicle, I've wanted to do this, like I said, since I was 16, and I'm 28, so for a long time.
Yeah.
So I've wanted to do it, but I figured with the Raptor liner, it gives it that, like, tank tough look. I could have just done it out of a can or a gun, but I feel like the Raptor liner is where it was at for this particular build, and I had the vision in my head, so now we're making it come to life. So sit back, enjoy the show, and thanks for watching. Alright, so my dad's going to show you how he pinstripe tapes. This is just to get the outline and the border of the shark mouth that we're going to be doing. He's really good at doing this, and he prefers the tape that he's holding, which is a painter's tape, but it's cut thin. Most paint supply stores have it, so you can find it pretty much anywhere. I don't think Walmart has it, but
No.
But yeah, so he's going to show you how he does it, and we'll get started.
All right, we're going to start off with, I already did a pattern on the other side. Went ahead and took a picture of it so we can have it here to display on this side. I mean, you can get close. It doesn't have to be a perfect. You know, just like your right hand and your left hand, put them next to each other. They look close, even though they're not perfect. All right, so I'm going to set this picture that we have here up here on the fender, and then we're going to start with a couple dots that I have put on there to give me my starting areas. Okay. I have one down here, up here, and then I got the one on the fender here, and then I got the parts for the angry eyes. The best part to start with is going to be start with your outline of the smile.
Which I'll zoom in so you can kind of see what's on his phone there. There you go.
Alright, so now I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to give the top part of the smile, I'm just going to curve down. And what's nice about this is it curves real easy without leaving a bunch of wrinkles. And that's why I prefer to use this style.
And it sticks really well to this Raptor liner.
Yes, it does. And it'll give you a nice crisp line. Alright, now we're going to do the bottom part. And make sure that when you do this, you leave a little bit of slack to peel down around where your tape comes over. And then we're going to take here, meet it up there. We're going to come down. Alright, now I'm going to press it in to go over this. And the same thing here. That way it gives it a good seal. And we're going to pull some more out. We're going to run it all the way down here to the very bottom. There. Now we got the outline of the smile. Now the next part I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and do the angry eye and get it. We got the picture there. I got my line so I know where my straight line is to get that look. And if you look at it, it kind of looks like a D. So now we're going to come in about right here. And don't worry about coming over the tape, because going over here it's not going to matter as much, because in here is where you're going to be doing all your painting. So we're going to come down. And give you that kind of D look going there. Kind of give you that angry eye look. Okay. Now, on the teeth, I prefer to start up here where it's smaller. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with the very top tooth.
Now remember, this isn't going to be perfect. That's kind of the point of this, is it's kind of making it our own. We could just go and put a vinyl graphic on the side and it would stick, because this Raptor liner, you can actually stick graphics to it. As you see, the tape sticks really well. But we prefer to do things our way, make it our own.
And one thing you will notice, I mean, if you have ever seen any of the old airplanes back in the day, you know, them guys, they were painting them out there by hand, made them all their own personal design. You know, this is more of a tribute to that. And by making it our own, it's going to give it a little bit more of that more look.
Right.
Okay. Now we're going to come over here. I'm working on the bottom tooth. And what's neat, you know, the teeth don't have to be always completely perfect. You know, if you want to put a little bit of edge, whichever. And that's with any of these type of designs that I end up doing. A lot of the cars, each side will be a little bit hair different, because it gives you that personal touch. You know, anybody can put a vinyl down, anybody can take a picture and wrap the whole car. But when you take something out of your own sweat and blood and put it down and lay it, it makes it more personal. And really, it gives it a touch that people start to really enjoy, and they look forward to seeing your art. And that's exactly what the whole thing is. It's art.
It really is.
All right. Now we'll come over here and do this tooth.
I like to say imperfection is perfection.
That's right. You know, that's the only way to really put it. All right.
So, any other tips you could give them?
It's always good when you get ready to do this. He already had it all prepped. It's always good to wipe it down real good, get the dust off of it. Maybe you can do a little bit of cleaner to make sure the wax is off, because again, you want the tape to stick. Now you don't want to sand it before you do all that. Once you get it on there, then now you can go along here and scuff all this up, the parts that you need to paint, and then he'll be showing you what he's going to do with that here in a little bit.
Alright, so on the back quarter panel, we're going to be putting these Warhawk vinyl stencils that I cut out from my vinyl machine at home. We're going to be doing this because on the back of the P40 planes it has numbers or a star or something. I thought it would be real fitting to say Warhawk since it's based off the Warhawk. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Alright, now that I got it like this, I'm going to take some Rust-Oleum 2X. This is the color pretty close to the color that they had on the Warhawks. So I'm gonna spray all this, and then we'll peel the stencil off, and it'll leave back Warhawk behind there. I'm going to go ahead and try to lightly and carefully scuff the raptor liner with some 320 grit just to kind of help the paint stick. I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes and then I'll go over it again. Alright, so I let it dry for a few minutes, so now I'm going to remove the masking. Adhered really well, so we'll go and do the other side. I'm going to show you how I prep this and paint this. Alright, so now we're going to take some 320, we're going to scuff the green up, and then we'll wipe it down with the rag, and then we'll shoot some paint on it. Alright, so I'm going to tape off anything that's not going to be painted white. Like, the teeth will be white, so everything else will be taped off and papered. After the white is painted and it's cured, we will go ahead and do the black that goes around the mouth. And then after that, we'll do the red. So hopefully we can get all this done tonight so that this can be out on the roads. Alright, we're going to let this dry up just a little bit longer, and then I'm going to go over the area here with the Rust-Oleum's truck bed coating in a dab brush so I can get a clean, easy line. I will probably tape it off a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I got the Rust-Oleum truck bed coating. This is what we used on the pink CRV. If you don't remember that video, it'll be in the description. This is what was left over. So we're just gonna go ahead and use some of these foam brushes with the straight edge. That'll allow us to get where we need to be without screwing up all the hard work I just did. So I'm gonna go ahead and brush this on. Basically just took a bunch of tape, put it on a piece of cardboard, traced out a roll of tape, and then stuck it on and painted it with spray paint just because I think it looks better this way. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on the red for the tongue, and we'll get to it. Alright, time to lay some red down. So now I'm going to let it dry just for a couple more minutes. Then I'm going to peel the tape and paper. The reason I do it while it's still a little bit wet is it makes it a little bit easier to peel. You do run a risk of actually contaminating the project, but I like to take risks. There it is, everyone. It's all finished. We will have more coming on this build, definitely, for sure. I have some things with the interior and such that I want to do. But yeah, it looks really good in my opinion. A lot of people think the mouth should have been bigger, should have looked angrier, but yeah, I like it how it is, and so does my stepdad, who's actually a veteran himself. He was just in here and he loves it. But the mouth, if you noticed on this side, is bigger and the eye is smaller, like the pupil. And if you go over here, you can see that the pupil is bigger and the mouth is smaller, but it looks more aggressive. The reason I didn't change this factor, I seen it and I could have fixed it, but I decided not to. I feel like it gives it more character. It kind of gives it that whole, this side is like a crooked grin and the other side is as well, but this side looks like he's like on cocaine or something and he's ready to tear it up. It gives it more personal character. I don't know. I like it, and like I said, I like the flaws and I like how it's not perfect, but it looks amazing. I want to show you up close. Still has that nice texture to it. It looks really good, at least from what I've been told by everyone else and my parents and basically everyone who's seen it in person. And it does add a layer of sound deadening, so this entire car will be a layer of sound deadening now, so it should be even more of a comfortable ride. So it's really awesome how it turned out. I do have a lot of plans with this. I plan on going to a lot of car shows and events, kind of as a tribute to say thank you for all the hard work that you guys have done, the veterans and all the people enlisted and currently risking their lives and putting their lives on the line for us. I wouldn't be able to do this if they didn't do that. So this is my thank you to you guys. You guys are awesome. All of you guys who have been subscribed and shared my videos and liked my videos, I just want to thank you sincerely. Like, seriously, you guys I wouldn't have been able to do this, and this is one of my dream builds. Maybe even going to turbo it so it sounds like a jet when it's taken off. So if my views get up and my videos get shared more, might be able to afford to do it. So definitely hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and if you have, turn the bell notification on so you get notified when I do uploads. But I will have more coming on this and a few other videos, so definitely stay tuned for them. Like, subscribe, share, and God bless you all.